Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another episode of the Self Improvement series. And today we're going to improve ourselves by understanding some of the brilliant techniques that we can follow to avoid one of the biggest problems while studying. Yes, you guessed it right, the sleep aspect. Most people have complained that they're falling asleep 15 minutes or 20 minutes into the study, especially while studying any theory subject. So this video, watch it through to find out some of the best techniques that can be used to avoid falling asleep while studying. So let's get started. Okay, so I guess you cursed yourself so many number of times for falling asleep and then screwing up a big plan, right? I know it did happen, it happens with me also. But then what can we do to avoid this? Most people think it's the content that is putting them to sleep. Yeah, to an extent that could be a reason, but that's a very, very minute reason. Bigger reasons are actually there which most people neglect. So this video is completely going to take you through all those aspects, and if you can try and address those, I think you will never fall asleep. So let's start with the very first aspect. So why are we falling asleep? It's because of the extent of comfort that you give to your body while studying. Point number one, you're not supposed to study on the bed. Most people lie down straight on the bed and then try to study. Some people find themselves in a comfortable bean bag. No, these are the first mistakes that generally people are doing. To address this, we have to address our posture and the place that we are actually studying. Is posture so really important? Absolutely. The right posture can bring you right focus. How? Is because when you're sitting straight and you're keeping your spine erect, so obviously your brain is working at much higher capacity than what you're doing while lying down. So make sure to sit absolutely straight and then thoroughly focus when you're studying. Also, what is more important is the place. Have a dedicated study area. Now, why should I have a dedicated study area? Because I'm giving signals to my brain saying that when I come to this place and study, this is my time of studies. So then automatically your brain starts focusing only on that and not on the other areas. This may be difficult in the first or second day, but when you consciously do this, your subconscious mind is clearly highlighted about the fact that yes, this place is meant for studies. And provide that place with ample lighting. Now dim and dull lighting can obviously again put to sleep. So brighten that place, have ample light, because it's all about the vibe. Once you get into that vibe and once you sit in that place, you should feel like studying, and then automatically things will fall in place. So correct your posture, make sure that you have a right place. 80% of your problems are addressed. What is problem number two? That's our diet. Now most people are trying to study after having a heavy meal. Kill it. That's it. There itself your answer is, after a heavy meal, studying theory is like taking an extra dose of a sleeping pill. Never do that. Oh, I'm not asking you not to eat, but eat at the right time and the right quantity. That's very important. What you can do is to break the traditional rule of eating a breakfast, lunch and dinner into like 5 to 6 meals a day rather than 3 heavy meals. That makes you feel light, and also the processing is much faster. When I say processing is much faster, I also want you to avoid foods like packed food and all of those fried foods, because they take a lot of time to get digested, which is also one of the reasons that you fall asleep. And there is a connection between the diet that you take and also the activity that you do post taking the diet. Most people immediately go and sit to study right after their lunch or dinner, which is again a very absurd idea. So what you're supposed to do is probably take a walk there for 10 to 15 minutes and then get back to the normal, have a small chat with the family maybe, and then get back to studies. Then immediately after you sit back, don't immediately go to the subject. Pick up your plan, revisit it, see how far you have come. And in my previous video, I already mentioned you about how to make a list of things. Go to that list, see how many things you have struck off and where are you in your target, and then get back to studies, so that boosts your confidence and you also know that you have completed some portion. Now I know the immediate question, what if I haven't completed anything? that triggers a fear in you, which also is a good motivator at that point of time to push you to study. Now that you're back at your desk, this is the most important phase, because till now whatever we did, it's all something that was pre-study. But when do we fall asleep actually? When we are really sitting and studying. But yes, whatever you have done till now is also a great help. And when you actually come down to study, when you study a theory subject, the main problem is we are constantly staring at a book, which is not something which is very attractive, because the font is very monotonous, it's small, and constantly staring that will easily put you to sleep. So what are some of the techniques that we can adopt here? One is to make sure that you always have a handwritten summary notes. And why do I say handwritten? Because I can obviously suggest you to take a printed summary of something, but that's not going to help, because we are again going to stare at that. So make sure that you prepare a handwritten summary, and once you do this, you will realize the benefit of doing this. Not only the syllabus that you have is comprehended into small portions, but it also keeps you active while you're preparing that summary. Make sure sometimes to read out loud, because when you're falling asleep and you can't stop it, it's better you start reading out loud, provided you don't create disturbance to the others. Now this can't be done in a public library, so if you're at your private space, you can obviously try and read out loud, which is a great technique. And also try to avoid constantly doing the same subject at the same time. Mix it up. Your brain needs to have activity. So daily at a particular time, if you're dedicated it for a same subject, it is again going to bring monotony. You want to break that? Then mix up your schedule. Make sure if you do 2 days of theory subject, the third day, you might want to use that slot for another problem solving paper. Then the other slot which you use for problem solving paper, bring this theory part there. Challenge your brain, and that's going to definitely change the way how you look at things. Now the last part I'm going to tell is something what most people don't like, is to have a fitness regime. Now I've been teaching for 10 to 12 hours a day for a past decade, and I have constantly encountered this question on how are you so alert all the time. Answer is very simple. I have a well-planned fitness routine. Why? Because I want to keep myself aware of what my body is doing to me all the time. So fitness routine here is not about going to the gym alone. A brisk walk, probably doing floor exercises, all these are counted as part of fitness regime. But your body should get accustomed to something or the other daily. Now if you're not doing anything and sitting all day in the same place and studying, that's again not good for you physically. So make sure to have a fitness routine. Could be anything, doing push-ups or floor exercises, hitting the gym, probably anything of your choice which interests your body, which challenges your body. And when your body is challenged, automatically your mind is challenged, and it definitely improves focus, improves your immunity, and automatically you will start seeing how you are physically fit enough to do things. Okay, so I hope this video has helped you understand some of those lifestyle changes that you have to make to not fall asleep while studying. You know what to do. If this video has helped you, do share it with your friends, and also make sure to click subscribe.